when I started selling digital products, I did 3 mistakes that you shouldn't do. And if I knew them back then, I wouldn't have done them. But I listened to coaches and other gurus and mentors that I had back then, and they told me to do it this way. So I did it blindly because I had no other knowledge than their expertise. And so, first one is I would always research everything. If I want to create a product, I firstly would need to research if there's a market, if people want that product, if people bought it before and what they bought hasn't delivered, how much did they pay for it? I would need to research everything about that idea in order to know if when I'm launching my product, it will be already validated and it's a product that would make people buy. And so I started selling what others were selling. And in the photography world, if you're a photographer, you most likely know people start selling presets. If you're a videographer, people start selling lots because that's somehow the main thing. You sell your style. Now, the problem with this is that everyone on the planet who starts selling their digital products for the first time, they usually go for this. And unless you have a very specific style, it's well known, it's all over the internet, people demand it and they want it so bad, you shouldn't start by selling presets. Now, there are a lot of people on the internet that already sold presets since a while. So if you're just joining them, you'll be swimming in a pool where people are all the same. You're having the same thing to sell. Nothing sets you aside. Nothing sets you on a different level. Nothing pushes you out of the crowd. And so the market might be full if you want to sell firstly presets. And it might be hard to get your first dollars by selling presets. Now, I'm not saying that people won't buy presets because I started selling presets and I had three, in a matter of a month, I had 3 preset packages that I sold. Now, the problem there was they were bought by the people that know me already and knew me very well. So, what do we want to do? We want to do a couple of things. I don't want you to rush into launching something because if you just want to launch something and you rush into it and you're not having the background, the research, you might start selling something. That product might not be sold. People might not buy it from you. And then you'll think that there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with the product, everything's fucking negative, and I just don't want to do it anymore. And it's not quite your fault because people online say, just sell a digital product. No, you just don't sell a digital product randomly. I want you to grab an idea, get a product, do some research first, and have that product validated before you launch it and you sell it. Now, Now, where do you do the research? You can do it on Facebook groups, on specific groups where people are talking about your niche. So if you're a photographer or if you're a videographer, you can just search for a Facebook group that has these people there and you can ask a question. You can search the whole group if that product has been mentioned before, if that idea has been mentioned, if people talked about it before, if they bought already a product similar to your idea, but it hasn't delivered. Why the fuck didn't it deliver? What was the problem? Because that is a piece of information, that's data, and that will help you sell better than the person that they bought from. Second one you can go is Reddit. And Reddit has a lot of subreddits where people are talking about niche of a niche of a niche of a niche, and so on. And so you can go there and see again, research if someone had that idea, if someone talked about that idea or not. The next thing, you can go on Etsy because there are a lot of people that are selling digital products on Etsy. And Etsy shows you how many products were sold from that product or how many copies of that product were sold. And that gives you an instant reaction of, I now know that there is demand in the market for this. Maybe I'll check what people have been saying about this product and I'll make it better and I'll sell it in a different form or in a different format. It's not about copying the same product. It's about doing the product in your own way with your own information better than the product that they already bought. So people are buying. The research tells you what they are already buying so that you don't need to build something and then go into a crisis because no one's buying it. Now, the second mistake is it makes me so laugh because the mentor that I had back then said, sell presets. And I sold in a matter of 2 months, I think 5 in total. And he said, we're having a traffic problem. No, it's not a traffic problem. And now I can fucking see it. But back then I was like, yeah, we're having a traffic problem. Whatever you say, you're the king. I'll just follow you blindly. No, you're not leading with the wrong you're not having a traffic problem, and it's not a product problem. You're leading with the wrong product. Imagine it like this. Your business is a store. So you have, this is a seagull. But this is your door from the store. So in order for people to enter the store, here, you would need here to have something that is good. You have a front door, and that's how people enter here. If you lead with the wrong product, they come, they see what's here, and they say, I won't enter. If people don't enter, they won't buy. They're not even looking what you might have. They're not even buying, looking, anything. And so, in front of the store, if you have the wrong words or ads or whatever it is in front of them, people won't even visit. Apply this exactly to having a personal brand and leading with presets as a photographer. Everyone's selling presets. Everyone wants to sell their presets. Some are having just presets, some are having presets plus training. Some are having 20 presets, some are having 10 presets. Some are selling them for 29, some are selling them for 199. You see presets everywhere. Plus, there are people or websites where you can download presets without even paying. Or there are websites where you have subscription-based presets. And so you want to think your business is an ecosystem. When people entered in your world, they bought this and then they entered your world. And then they're going to buy that and that and that and that. And that's your job, to convince them, to give them more snacks so that they could buy. And so I was starting to sell Lightroom presets as the lead product. Everyone has them wrong. How to pick a right front door is quite easy, I would say. You pick something that is mega specific, that solves one specific problem. It doesn't solve, it's not even solving two problems or one and a half. It's having something small solving that problem. Then, once people bought for that specific product, they're way more interested because they saw the quality of this. They're way more interested into buying a different product from you. So what I did was I started leading with a color grading manual, and this started selling like shit. Once they entered the store, once they started seeing what I have there, way more people bought the presets without even advertising them, just having a link somewhere. They realize, yeah, the first product was fucking amazing. I also buy the presets because the presets are having a training, and the training we'll need for the presets. And we're not just receiving the presets and that's it. We're receiving a presets plus a 90 minutes training. And so all of a sudden, there's way more value. And because it's way more value, people are more interested into buying it. The front door is not where you sell everything because we're not a physical store and we're having all walls filled with shoes and all the numbers in the world. This is basically where you get people in. And then you start showing them, hey, I also have this. I also have this. This solves this problem. This solves this problem. The product you bought solves the problem but introduces the second problem. This one solves the second problem introduced and it opens another one. And you keep a loop like this. Mistake number 3. Picking a product that solves more than one question mark. And so I started selling or thinking about products in a specific way. If you're having a mega specific topic, question mark, that you can solve, you can create a product for it in different formats. Once you have that, you can sell that. And so people are interested in one specific step that they're at, and they want that solved. They don't want 20 steps. They don't. Let's have an example. I bought digital products from someone because they were advertising their products specifically. I was looking for how to run ads. I had no idea of how to run ads. I still am not an expert or something, but I'm still learning. And so I knew that if you go down the rabbit hole where you're trying to learn everything about ads, most likely you'll spend a lot of money and you'll spend a lot of time learning the platforms, Google Ads, Meta Ads, marketing, how do you talk, how do you say, what triggers the sale, and all sorts of stuff. I wanted to start somewhere smaller. I wanted to have some wins from that to convince myself that this is something that works. And so what I did was I saw someone selling a digital product saying you can sell to look-alike audiences with a budget of $5. I had no fucking clue what lookalike audiences are, but I learned that, and it was a budget of $5. And so it debunks the idea that you need to spend shitloads of money into advertising so that you can sell. One. Two, it's mega specific. It's something that I knew that it would take me like 30 minutes, 1 hour to run through the whole product, understand it, and then apply it and see results or not. And for this, I paid $38, $40, something like this. So again, it's something that was very specific and I knew it would run very fast so that I could do it. I could take a look at it, implement it, and see if it works or not. And then whatever I lost, if nothing worked, was $40 and 2 hours. And so, as I said, something that is too broad is learn ads in general. Something that is mega specific, how to sell through ads with a $5 per day budget. One specific step, one person at a step, one product that gets them past it. And we're discussing all of this in the community that I built. And if you're at the stage where you would like to join a community of open-minded creators and people that are selling different digital products or coaching programs or are trying to make money with their skills, we're open. It's the link in the description. You could join us. We're open-minded. It's so fun to have these meetings. We're having 2 meetings per week. We're having master classes, and you're not doing this alone. Cheers.